Hi, I'm Melissa from Yoga with Melissa. This is real yoga for real people. I release a full-length yoga class every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I teach the quieter styles of yoga from yin yoga, yoga nidra, and restorative yoga, but I also teach the more yang styles of yoga. I've been doing this since 2009 here on this YouTube channel, but also in our membership community since 2011. So right now we're in a worldwide pandemic and we need both the yin and the yang styles of yoga. And I've been talking to my members about this for the last couple of weeks. So what happens when we experience stress in our bodies is that our bodies release a whole chemical reaction. And this is so that we can either fight the tiger or run from the tiger. And so our typical reaction to this, I think that's been really ingrained into us, is that, oh, I'm so stressed out and I need to relax. Well, this is where actually we need to release that tension first. We either need to fight the tiger or run from the tiger. And so the yang styles of yoga that I teach, which are not that yang, but they're enough to get the energy moving through your body. So the Hatha style, the Hatha flows that I offer here. So for those of you, I know a lot of you are highly sensitive. I tend to attract a lot of people that have chronic illness or are recovering from chronic illness. You don't have to do the full class. You can do part of a class. Just short bursts, just get the energy moving. The other thing that I've been noticing for myself recently is that the energy of stress, a lot of us here are highly sensitive. We have a whole series on being highly sensitive here in our channel. It's exhausting, this energy. So we still do need the yin styles. We need to take that time after we've moved the energy through our body to restore our energy, to do some yoga nidra, to do some restorative yoga, to do some yin, to gather that energy back into ourselves, especially when we're kind of in this energy soup right now, where there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of fear. We've just finished the perfectionism series here, and what I want to say is that there's no right or wrong or better, best way. There's no imagined perfect future right now. We can't really even see that far into our future right now. So that series is a great one right now still. We can just allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling and attend to our own feelings and needs as they come up. So that's the one thing that I wanted to say. Back to, and we're all going to have our own unique experience. There's no right or wrong or better, best. Back to being a highly sensitive person. The one thing that I've been finding recently for myself right now is that I'm feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of offers that are coming up. Like, everybody has something that they're offering from the goodness of their heart that that I could be doing right now, and I'm just feeling really overwhelmed by that. So I just want you to know that I'm not going to be giving any offers right now. We've been doing this since 2009 here, 2011 in our community, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. What I've been finding most helpful is just the routineness of some people who are just continuing to do what they're doing. So that's what we're doing. We are just going to continue with the regularity of our classes here, also in our community, our offerings there. We have live classes a couple of times a month, and we have regular courses. Also recognizing that one of the things that we have coming up in our membership community is our moon phase series. And it talks about how the moon phases connects with yoga. The thing that's really great with this, along with 5-element theory, which I teach a lot about in our membership community, is that energy is always changing and things are always changing. One of the things that I think that this virus has allowed us to really connect in with is that we're not always on this forward trajectory movement, which is something I've talked about for a long time. Energy waxes and wanes, and we come to times where we need pauses too. And so this moon phase series class will help us to tune into the rhythms of our body and nature and the seasons, if we're doing 5-element theory, to recognize when we need to move forward, when we need to pull back, whatever the energy is for you internally and externally, and come into balance with that. The other thing is we did announce a price increase indexed to inflation in our membership community going up on April 1st. We feel that now is not a good time for that, given that there's going to be a lot of economic uncertainty right now. And so we're just going to put that on hold until things settle. As we say, we just don't know where things are going to be in the next little while, given the coronavirus. So that price increase indexed to inflation will just be on hold until we know where things are going to be with the coronavirus and things are healthier physically, emotionally, energetically, and economically in our world. The other thing I want to say is that I've been fairly quiet on social lately. That's part of just looking after my own self, but also I'm noticing that a lot more people are coming into the community and requiring my attention there, and so that's where my attention has been mostly. I'll still be releasing our classes here every Friday, so don't worry about that. But if I do seem a little quieter on social spaces where you're maybe used to seeing me a little bit more often, then that is why. So thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm coming to you from beautiful Victoria, BC, and we will be filming outside here. It's starting to warm up. It's almost 10 degrees, so we're hoping to film some outdoor classes. We'll be finishing up the perfectionism series, and then I'm not really planning on batch filming too much right now because I just want to really stay current with what's going on and have my pulse on what's going on and be present for you guys right now. So thanks so much for being here. Subscribe if this feels like your jam, and we'll see you in the coming weeks and months. Namaste.